band at that point, and then we got to know them and them as people and them as artists, and almost like an overwhelming sense of being humble. Like they're just so down to earth, yet so talented, yet. And now we're here on this tour, and they're saying goodbye. And the first thing in my head, and what I said to Grant and Chris and Tim, because they're the ones I spoke with about this tour first, I was like, you can't leave yet.
Somebody asked me the other day if we could pass the torch to anybody, who would it be? And that was a huge question, and I've been thinking about it a lot lately. Yeah, I never really thought about that. They're like, if you could take what you guys have and pass that on to somebody, who would it be? Like, as far as just like, I don't know what that thing would be, but they're just like, what Underoath has, hand that off to another band, who would it be? So, yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot, and I really don't know. It's a crazy question to think about. Maybe that's something you could ask some of the other dudes or me if I can come up with an answer, but.
One of our first big shows, or what I felt was our first big show, we were playing with a band called Spitfire, Between the Buried and Me, Norma Jean, Beloved, and Underoath in Alabama. And we had just got signed to Tooth and Nail, and we were doing a 5-day tour, and the whole tour was a bust. And on the last day, we were playing with that package, and I didn't really know anything about these bands. And after the show, all the bands kind of gravitated and started making jokes and fake hardcore dancing. And Timmy was real lively. He's a character, and he was a character. And having that connection with Daniel Davidson and Norma Jean, because we were friends with them, we instantly became friends with Beloved. We instantly became friends with Underoath. It was almost like a bond, or like a family type thing. Because it seemed like, hey, these bands take care of their own and they love their friends. And over this past summer, Daniel was like, hey, we're doing a farewell tour. You know how Daniel talks. So we're doing a farewell tour. And we were like, well, we're not doing anything. How do you think the guys would feel about taking us out? Because they've asked us to go out in the past. But it was like, would our fans mesh with their fans? Would their fans even appreciate what we're trying to do? So that's kind of how that came about. We asked to get on it, and it was a total friend thing. And like, yo, that's a great idea. Let's tour with these dudes on their last tour, because they're all